Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Capnclyde's MTG, and we're here to go over the last 6 boxes of Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. So before we get started, remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, put some comments down below. It'll feed that YouTube algorithm so we actually can get to that 1,000 subscriber mark that we're trying so hard here to get. So, with that said, tray tables and seat backs to full upright position. Let's dig into what we found and what this box looks like compared to our last one. So, again, we had a good chunk of land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 66 regular basic land, like this. That's almost as much as the last one. I think the last one was 67. And then we had a pretty good chunk of foils. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We had 17 in the last one. So about 1 every 2 packs. Those are pretty. Whoops, sorry about that. So next we'll go to our stamped cards. So we had a lot of stamped cards. Unfortunately, most of the stamped cards, like those 2 had signatures. Stamp, 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 signature, stamp, signature. So only 4 of the cards are signatures. The rest of them are stamped. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 more than last time. So not too shabby. Basically, every other box had 2. What that averages out to. So in Commander, we had all these guys, mainly the Mojin stuff. Like I said, this guy is about $1. He's the only one worth anything out of all this, to be honest with you. The basic Mojin cards, they apparently are not going for a whole lot, if anything. So it kind of sucks to have to pull those out of a pack instead of a regular rare. So for the Mythics, we got about 2 of each. We got 2 of this, 2 of this one, 2 of this one, 2 of this one. Now, out of all of these, the only one's worth anything is this. It's worth about $3. So, from the look of what it does, it's probably going to be a little more expensive than that eventually, but as of right now, it's only about $3. So we actually lost, we could have had, I don't know, 8 more Mythics if we didn't have Commander Mythics wrapped up in there. That's one thing about these new sets I don't like. I don't like these being in there because they take the place of the regular cards, which is what I want. I don't want these. If I want these, I'll buy a Commander deck. So Wizard needs to get their head out of their butt and stop doing that crap. So with that said, next we'll talk about the list. So we did get a whole lot of good things for the list. We did get a Balefile Dragon. That was about 20. That was a good 20 spot. We got a Gauntlet of Power, Pure Steel Angel. This mantle's about $5. I think it goes down to the $3 range, basically $1 to a couple dollar range. So the list didn't do a whole lot for us. We got 1 card that was really good, and that was that Balefire Dragon. So as far as foils go, we had some actually pretty powerful foils. We had these 2 Mythics that were actually worth the most. This one's like a decent amount. I think it was $5 to $10. So a lot of the showcase cards are pretty spicy. Now, one thing to keep in mind, I told you these are not worth anything, over here. But the foils, apparently, since they don't come in foil in the boxes, like these foils are like $5. So not terrible, I guess. So it just kind of goes down into the $5 range. So not all that great for foils. I mean, we did get a couple powerhouse foils. Really waiting to get one of those Phyrexian foils that are worth a lot of money. And then here we have our actual Mythics. So we did get a Showcase Tezzy, got a Wanderer. We got a couple Djinns actually. We'll keep Djinn and him in the front. They're the most expensive ones. Ayo. Ayo. There's a Tammy. So there's a full art. That was worth a nice amount of money. Blazing Sun. There's another Tezzy. Kami War. Another Tezzy. Another Wanderer. And another Djinn. So, like, this is where the money really was. As far as most of the value. Now, with that said, most of the rares are not really worth anything. They're around dollar rares. The only ones really worth anything are like some of the lands. That's really honestly about it. Trying to find a couple, like, you know, all the lands. Farewell's good. Lion Sash is worth a couple dollars. This Farewell is worth quite a bit. Other than that, they're all pretty cheap. Now, this Passeju here is like a $20 card. This is probably the most expensive rare in the whole set. It's worth more than most of the Mythics. And it really saved a lot of box openings that I did, because being able to pull a Passeju just really made the box worth a little bit of money. But yeah, like the rest of them, I mean, it is what it is, right, guys? So, with that said, all these, if they weren't more than $2, I don't count them. I count them as dollar bulk, just because I'll have to list them at $1.25 if they're even going to sell for that, to even make, I think it's like 50 cents on after seller fees and shipping and everything else. So anything below $1 or anything below $2 gets a dollar bulk treatment. And that's how I rate this. Same with everything else, actually. So if like there's a mythic or a foil that's below $2, it's dollar bulk. So when I do my calculations, I just want you guys to know how I calculate. I calculate it all together. I don't put lands or foil lands in, or these. And I don't put the common and uncommon foils in. Some of them are worth money, but I'm not going to spend all that time doing that, because it's really hit and miss, and it's just not really worth it. So the number may be skewed a little bit, but to be honest with you, this is basically what you're going to get. So, got my handy-dandy notebook here. So, this is the part you're probably not going to like. So, let me get these little fellas out of the way here, and I'll get the notebook get my notebook in screen. Excuse me, guys. So, this side here is the second set of 6 boxes. You can see where all the money value is. Box 1 was 124. I thought was off to a good start, but then it went to 84, 73, 74, 75, and the last box was 116. Really rather interesting how it all played out like that. So at the end of the day, the average box was $91. That's $3 less than the last 6. So they're basically right on par. You can see here, most of the value, if the box is worth a lot of money, the value is in the mythics. See, it's 41 here, 51 here. The ones in the middle where the value was low, 19, 25, 13, 24. There's no value in the mythics. That's like $30 of loss right there. That would make those up to 100. Because the rares, even with doing dollar bulk, you can see, 59, 45, 52, 41, 61, 51. The rares are averaging around the $55 range. So the rares are going to get half your box price back. The real trick is to find good mythics in there with it and stuff from the list that's going to give you some cash. Like I said, up here, the Balefire Dragon was 24. And you can see here, rest of the list cards, 4, 7, 2, 6. There's a 13 here. The list really is not pumping the setup like it used to. The list would make the set boosters worth getting because you got extra shot at cards and extra money and so forth and so on. The problem with it right now, I don't think there's enough good stuff in the list that really offsets the normal stuff. If boosters are cheaper, it might be better to do boosters. I'm going to have to start doing some math on that. Because if you're getting this kind of value out of it, why would you pay extra, right? So that's my thoughts on it. I'll go ahead. I'll crack another 6. We'll see what we do. We'll run through those box openings, do a value at the end. We'll add them all up. We'll compare all 3 cases together, all 18 boxes, individually and all together as a whole. Try to do like a large number thing. But if you're going to do large numbers, it should be like 100 boxes. But I ain't got that kind of money. And these cards don't sell like they should. So, coulda, woulda, shoulda, right? So, With that, thanks a lot for your time, guys. I do appreciate it. Until next time, be kind. And as always, I hope to see you across from my game table. Bye-bye.